Hey guys, Comic Book Steve here again with another haul. Took a trip down to Boston with the wife again. This was, yeah, we get bored on the weekends. And for quick, easy things to do to provide entertainment and then some time killing, we usually end up going to either Boston or Rhode Island or the mall in Braintree. But Boston's closer. It's easier to just get on the red line and head over there. Luckily, Boston has a wealth of comic book stores in it, and in like a close vicinity. I mean, you've got two New England comics stores, you've got Comicopia, you've got Million Year Picnic, you've got New England Comics, and you've got Kamikaze, which is one I hadn't been to before. And they're all like within the vicinity and within reason of like getting to within like a few hours on the train. It's pretty awesome. Um, so yeah, I went to Kamikaze today. First time I had been there, um, and I like it. You know, I got some good books. We took a trip to some of the other stores, New England, Newberry, and Million Year Picnic. But I didn't really see anything I wanted there. But Kamikaze had a few books that I was interested in, so that's what I picked up, and that's what I'm going to show off. I don't have any new releases from this Wednesday. Nothing new came out, like I said. Trying to whittle down my new release collection, or at least like my pull list. Mostly sticking to like Amazing Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Spider-Man, and any like minor things that seem interesting. Like I'm interested in the Standoff Avengers crossover, so we'll see. But I'm not like heavily invested in grabbing a bunch of like new releases at this moment. In time, I think Devil Dinosaur Moon Girl came out this week, but I think I'm gonna wait to see how that story arc ends before I start picking up any more issues. I have the first three, and they're good. The satisfying art's pretty awesome, but I feel like the story's dragging, so I want to see where it's gonna go before I commit to it any further. Anyway, so I got some back issues, all Spidey books, staying focused, eyes on the prize, filling in some more gaps. I got a couple of Silver Age here, so let's jump into it. So they have, I'm knocking over, sorry, this is brought to you by Hobgoblin and the Spider Clones over on the left over there. You got Scarlet Spider, I think he's being cut off frame, but he is there, the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. Anyway, so Kamikaze has a $2 bin, and then a 30 and under premium bin. So some good stuff there. I was having fun looking through the $2 stuff. Lots of modern Amazing Spider-Man books that I do not have, so I thought I'd fill up some of those gaps. So the first one we got here is Amazing 668, part 2 of Spider Island. So now I have all parts of Spider Island. It's awesome. That's one that sometimes it's a little difficult to. They don't go for like a ton, but sometimes when I'm looking through back issues in various like shops, for modern Amazing Spidey, seems like the Spider Island ones are the ones that are usually missing. So it took me a little while to complete that, but glad I did. Kamikaze had them all, so if I just gone there off the bat, I could have. I think the only one they were missing was the Mary Jane on the wall issue, which is a great cover. Next we got Amazing 660. Another one of those books I always forget that I don't have, but I love that cover. I love the white costume, even though it's pretty impractical. Jumping around Manhattan rooftops that would quickly turn to a nasty shade of brown or dark gray with all the dirt and crap. But makes for a nice cover. Then we got Amazing 40. All these are pretty nice copies. I'm not, I would say these are all like fine copies, which is pretty great for like $2 bin. And the $2 bin is, I think the only downside of it is that none of the books are bagged and board, so you could find something that you are pleased with, locating finally, and then realize that the edges are all like creased because people are just rummaging through it over the years or however long it's been there. So there's not a lot to keep it protected while people are browsing around. But I think more often than not, I was pretty happy with the condition of all the books that I was interested in. So this one, yeah, Spider-Man 40. Nothing special about it. Just another JMS era book that I did not have. And then same with 41. Another nice looking copy of a JMS book. This was the Dark Times of Spider-Man covers. Whenever I get all these, whenever I finish my 200 to 700 run that I want to do, I'll probably do like a collection update and display them all, whether it's like a time-lapse collection or however I'm going to do it. But you'll notice during like the JMS run, early 2000s, for some reason they had all the covers displaying these really generic poses of Spidey. So every cover was just another like generic random pose that had nothing to do with the inside of the book other than Spidey's inside of it. But it was really aggravating from like a collector standpoint at the time. So it was just so boring just looking at. It's like, oh, what pose is Spidey going to be in this time? They did that for a few years, and it was not terribly exciting. So I was really happy when they started to move away from that. You can see that in this one also. This is number 44. Just a generic photo of or a generic drawing of Spidey capturing some generic bad guys. Nothing special about it. Really boring. So a lot of those going on in that era. Then we jump into Amazing 584, first part of the character assassination storyline, which ended up revealing who Menace is, which kind of fell on the floor for me. Like as soon as they revealed who it was, they stopped using the character in any meaningful fashion, and then any other time the character appeared, they looked totally different than they did in any of the storylines where they weren't revealed. So it was really annoying. I think they dropped the ball on this character pretty hard. But you got some John Romita Jr. art there, and I do like his Spidey rendition. Then we got Amazing 628. This one is pretty decent shape. This has some scuffs, like dirt on the side over there, upper left corner, which sucks. But I really want to get this. Not like a huge issue or anything, but it's done by Roger Stern, who's one of my favorite Spidey writers of all time, and drawn by Lee Weeks, one of my favorite Spidey artists of all time, who desperately needs to do a Spidey run one of these days. He'll do like an issue here or there every few years, or like a mini series or something, but I've never seen him do a full like run, which would be awesome to me, because I think his art is pretty great. I did hear he's doing I think something for DC right now, Superman, Lois and Clark. Not like a huge DC fan, but I am definitely tempted to pick that up. I do like the premise of it being the pre-New 52 Superman and Lois. So yeah. But anyway, this book is pretty cool, and I'll have to collect the other parts of that storyline. Then we got 645, which I think I have, actually, but I have a different cover. Like, it's either one of the variants or whatever, but didn't have this one, so thought I'd pick it up. And then we got Amazing Spider-Man Annual 18. Some toys are falling over there. This one's in okay shape. It's pretty solid, fine minus or something like that. Apparently this was scripted by Stan Lee, which is pretty cool. Yeah, just another one to fill in the gap. And the other two I got were from the 30 and under bin. I guess the premium bin they have over there. Some of the books there were pretty overpriced. Man, these stores, like, they love to overcharge for the McFarlane books. it drives me nuts. I mean, the Venom issues I can see, but um, like once you get into like the assassination plot storyline or whatever, and they're still charging like $20 a pop for them. It's like, come on. I mean, I know that McFarlane was a hot artist in the '90s, but we don't have to price him like it's still the '90s. I can find these books. Yeah, I can find these books online for cheaper, or definitely at a convention. I've been slowly piecing that early 300s run together uh, with conventions and flea markets and eBay. So it's just annoying going to these stores and they're all like 15 and up for anything from like 300, anything from 301 to 324. It's just aggravates the crap out of me. Anyway, so I got a few that I thought were a decent price. Might be able to get these better on eBay, but I thought it was sufficient enough that the cost merited the instant satisfaction rather than waiting for it to come in the mail and paying shipping and handling. So first one we got here, this one I definitely could get for cheaper on eBay. Amazing 103, but we took the trip all the way over there, so I figured that I would pick something up that was cool. I definitely love this cover. You got Gwen Stacy hanging out there in her bikini, swinging through the air with a Kazar and some weird Gog hanging around. Gog actually showed up later on in the '90s in like a early, like an Eric Larson issue, that Revenge of the Sinister Six storyline. I think he was one of the Sinister Six, so that's kind of cool. I just realized that. But I really got it because Gwen's in a bathing suit, swinging through the jungle. So, yep, I like Gwen, even though she's not a real person. But this one was $32, which I thought was a little pricey, but I couldn't recall seeing that cover before, and I was really enamored by it, so it was an impulse buy. I think looking on eBay, I could have gotten it, on a good day. At its height, I think it cost like $20. But if you get it on like an off day, like during the week or late at night, you could probably pick it up for under 15. But it's in good shape, so can't beat that. Yeah, I do hate that '70s thing they did with it was like a boxed image on the cover. Kind of limits the art, but it is telling of the time. I mean, not like telling like something wrong with the time, but it's definitely a throwback. Like you look at that and you're like, oh, this is a '70s book, just like the Marvel title on top. It's like, oh, that's definitely '70s. Just very like nostalgic for that era. The other one I got, I'm pretty happy about. Not a super key issue, Amazing 70. Pretty awesome image. I think that's a pretty iconic image. I've seen that on a bunch of like t-shirts and like mugs and stuff. It's a really nice shape. There's really not any like major problems with it. It's pretty flat, pretty smooth, no like spine ticks. So I'm really happy with it. Actually looking in the light now, I see a light bend up here. I don't know if you could see that. Probably not, but it's really light. I think that's probably the biggest problem with it. Yeah, I think this is the first appearance of Vanessa Fisk, which doesn't go for a lot on eBay. I paid 22 for it, which is, you can probably get it for a little cheaper again on an off day, but I thought that was right around the range of acceptability. And I do like that cover a lot, so I was glad to get a Romita book. Yeah, so that is actually the last one I got. Pretty happy with that haul. I do have a couple of books. Actually, I just won a book like a few minutes ago on eBay that I'm really happy about. Wasn't on my top 10 list, but it is definitely one of those books that I've wanted for a while. I just never really had it on my radar. But it was one of those amazing books that was in my peripheral that I would take a look at whenever I'd see it around, but never committed to putting it on like a list of must-haves at that time. But it is like it's definitely a key for like Spidey books. That's for sure. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to that stuff. I'll probably do another comic book game video this weekend, at least film it and then try to find time to edit during the week. Work's been pretty crazy, so free time is at a premium right now. But yeah, again, and if you guys haven't taken a look at the subscription contest video that I have going on, take a look at that and you know, submit an entry if you feel like it. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later.